Good morning. I'm Todd White, Superintendent at Santa Ana ISD, home of the Mountaineers. I'm here today to talk a little bit about managing the K-12 curriculum, a course offered at University of Mary Hardin-Baylor, where we are currently working towards our doctorate degree. Woohoo! The first topic I'd like to discuss is the text Helping Children Succeed. One of the processes that was a theme throughout that text was how to work with students in low-income families and really work at making sure that they are well taken care of. A lot of that processes take place long before they even start pre-K. So when we took a look at that book and had some discussions in the district, one of the things that we recognize is we are a very high percentage, 100% in fact, of economically disadvantaged students. So therefore, this really impacted our district, and we were able to implement some things right away. One of the things that we did was to create a grant to get books into our students' hands, meaning give them away books of choice to create their personal library. So we got a grant that will be able to do that 3 times a year, and we'll continue that every year to kind of grow students' personal libraries. By the time they finish, I think 6th grade, they should have about 100 books of their own library. We're going to continue that all the way through 12th grade. We also, through that grant, are developing a reading program during the summer that didn't exist. I think there was a library here in Santa Ana that closed down about 3 years ago, so there really hasn't been any process towards helping students learn to read in texts that they are interested in. So that's the process that really helped us out with helping children succeed. The next text we spent some time with was Leverage Leadership, or Leadership Leverage, depending on how you like to talk about that. And realistically, it worked towards building capacity for your principals and making sure that you utilize the levers that are available to help them grow as much as possible. One of the processes that we like to do and had in place, but it really reinforced what we were doing, was the weekly meetings with all of our leadership teams. Not only do we meet with a principal leadership group, but we also have a district leadership group, which includes all of the district managers like maintenance, food services, budgetary things. So a lot of those processes, so everybody's kind of in on the same page. I kind of broke the levers down into 2 sections: the instructional levers, where we spent a lot of time this year on data analysis, trying to grow the ability to not only do interventions, but also enrichment. So taking care of both ends of the spectrum, those kids that struggle, but also those kids that excel. We want to make sure that we have something for them, that our data is telling us what we need to do. We really want to get to the point where our data is driving our instruction a little bit more often than once every STAR test. Not only that, we spent a lot of time in the instructional lever with professional development, developing individual plans for different teachers. One of the things that we have found successful is differentiating the PD. We want to know what everybody needs to have, but we know that everybody's at different levels. So we have some that are leaders and some that are learners. And we also do a lot with PD of choice. We want to work with our staff to make sure that we're growing them in areas that they want to grow as well. Some of the cultural levers that we've been working on is, I spoke a little bit about managing school leadership teams, and we even took that a little bit further to where we gave those teacher leaders the opportunity to lead committees of the community as well. So we kind of applied what we like to do here in the district to that community as well. We spent a lot of time working on staff culture. One of the things that when I first got here in Santa Ana, I interviewed a lot of different staff members, community members, and students, and we talked a lot. One of the things they said that they didn't want to hear any more of is like, well, we're not going to do that because we're just Santa Ana, we're not that big a thing. And so we shifting that mindset to we're going to do the right thing, we're going to do what's best because we are Santa Ana. And that's really taken hold. We've spent a lot of time discussing what it takes to be a world-class district. and all those decisions that we make drive in that process. We engaged our community, we engaged our parents, we engaged our students in developing a 5-year plan. I believe that goes to the board tonight. But taking a look at those leadership levers is a really great way to grow your admin and even your teacher leaders. The last text we used was curriculum theory, really understanding the goals and different ideologies that make the policies that we follow or that we believe in, like the TEKS or TEKS, depending on how you like to pronounce that, in the STAR test. I find that I'm a little bit of a mixture of multiple ideologies for different reasons, and I think you almost have to have a combination of several ideologies. For me, it's more of a combination of the learner-centered, because as kids get further down the food chain or up the food chain, we really differentiate. Everybody that is graduating here from Santa Ana High School is working towards a associate's degree maybe before they even graduate from high school. We start dual credit classes in their freshman year, and our district pays for all those classes and their books. So we do a lot of things to try and drive that learner-centered, growing those kids to the best that they can possibly be. But we also have a lot of the social efficiency. If you talk about the TEKS, making sure our teachers are covering all the content so that should someone move in or move out or whatever, it's going to be the same in other schools as it is here. But that book was helpful in kind of understanding the goals and backgrounds and what people are trying to do when they're driving those decisions and pushing those agendas towards our accountability system. Anyway, thank you all. It's been a great semester. I really enjoyed learning with everyone. I enjoy the time that I spent with my classmates and with the instructor. Thank you, sir. It has been a fantastic semester. Have a great day.